The AFL is facing a number of integrity challenges. Anti-doping is by far the AFL's greatest challenge. Prior to that, tanking was in the headlines, and the sport faces ongoing challenges with gambling and anti-corruption. Prior to the Essendon supplement scandal in 2011-2012, anti-doping was never really on the radar of the AFL. Yes, players were regularly drug tested, but only Justin Charles in 1997 had ever been found guilty and suspended for using banned drugs. ASADA's investigation into Essendon and subsequent issuing of show cause notices to 34 past and present players is one of, if not the biggest anti-doping case in Australian sport, but the world. Only days ago, the AFL Tribunal found the Essendon players not guilty. However, this may not be the end of the case, as ASADA can and still may appeal the decision. In recent weeks, two Collingwood players, Lachlan Keefe and Josh Thomas, were issued with show cause notices after their A sample tested positive for clenbuterol. Ryan Crowley from Fremantle tested positive for a banned painkiller, while St Kilda's Ahmed Sarr served an 18-month ban for testing positive after consuming an energy drink on match day. The AFL's illicit drugs 3 strikes policy also raises questions, rumours and innuendo. Many past players continue to find themselves in trouble. Names such as Ben Cousins, Daniel Kerr, Chad Fletcher, and let's not forget the tragic deaths of Chris Mainwaring and John McCarthy. The AFL, together with the AFL Players Association and clubs, continually run drug education seminars. However, it appears that their message is not reaching the entire playing group. Gambling, betting and anti-corruption is the second challenge facing the AFL. A number of players and club officials and even AFL officials have been found guilty of betting on football matches or passing on sensitive information to other parties whom placed bets. Betting on AFL matches is rife. There are more than 17 registered betting agencies in Australia, with many more outside of Australia on the internet. The Deputy Commissioner of the Federal Police, Graham Ashton, has warned all 18 AFL clubs to strengthen their integrity departments against the threat of international match-fixing syndicates. People believe that tanking or deliberately losing football matches to ensure higher draft picks has been going on for almost as long as the draft has been in existence. Teams that are no longer in the race to play finals choose to rest better players in order to blood new players and or play players in different positions. In 2011, the Melbourne Football Club were found not guilty of tanking. However, the club was fined $500,000, while the coach Dean Bailey and football operations manager Chris Connolly were both found guilty of acting in a manner prejudicial to the interests of the competition. What are the solutions? Ultimately, each player, coach and official is responsible for his or her actions. The club and the AFL itself have integrity units whose job it is to ensure their organisations meet integrity and governance standards. There will no doubt be issues of governance and integrity arising in the future. However, it is important that when such issues do arise, the matters are dealt with appropriately. Never again do we want to see the anti-doping issues such as the Essendon scandal or the actions of a few people in charge of Melbourne. Nobody wins from these situations. Football, the game we love, loses. Hopefully those that brought the sport into disrepute are one day brought to justice.